should be working now. Okay, we already have a colors issue here. Maybe I should put on automatic. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna deal with it. Colors look really weird. In 1080p, it looks really weird. You just pre-ordered them yesterday? Yes, sir. You never played them before, though, right, Roach? This is gonna be your first time. Dude, they're actually, like, you're gonna experience, like, what the OG games feel like. If you run into a shiny in a Safari Zone and it runs away from you, you're gonna feel the depression that everybody feels playing the originals. Dude. So, I was trying to get this stream figured out for... Oh, I need to adjust my monitor. I was trying to get this figured out for, like, quite a long time because I was having audio issues, and it turns out that I can't do 1440p 60 FPS because my motherboard doesn't have a PCI 4.0, an extra one. It has just 3.0s on top of the 5.0, so unfortunate, and now I have to look at this game in 1080p, and it's kind of an eyesore on a 1440 monitor. Never kind of realized how bad downscaling looks. Anything? Oh. There's one. I hope the audio is good, because I have not tried listening to the audio back. But it shouldn't be cackling or anything. Not cackling, but crackling anymore. Alright, I need to give up extra stuff to him. What does he give? He's 8. Nah. I really don't need all these firestones. It's good? Alright, perfect. That's what I wanted to hear. Because it was giving me such an issue. Yeah, I was gonna stream on Twitch, and I remembered like Pokemon on Twitch is worse than on YouTube, so might as well. Do it on YouTube. Do not need all of these. That'll do for now. Alright, so let's take a look at what we need here. We need... I don't know if there's something for completing the regional decks for BDSP. I don't know if it's the national in home. It's probably this one. Just uploading all of... Actually, no, it's probably anything that's Sinnoh related, huh? So like Nose 387 to 493 has to be completed to get the reward, huh? Not the actual in-game Pokédex. Not sure. Oh, I need that. What's up, youth? How's it going? I didn't realize that I accidentally streamed to Twitch because I'd never pressed the apply. So, watching my boyfriend play COD, aka the GOAT. I think he wanted me to play COD, and I said no because I'm just not in a COD mood. I probably need another Murkrow. No, that's my GOAT. What do you mean? Your GOAT. I don't think so, buddy. You know how goated it would be if they released an update for this game for 60 FPS on the Switch 2? You know how goated that would have been? You want to ask me about my psychology views? Is there a certain topic you want me to discuss? I'm the only person that uses my brain. I wouldn't say I'm the only one, but... I don't know if you knew this, though. I have a nut and a bolt for a brain, so... Okay, let's see here. I don't need any of this. We were previously discussed attachment styles and could ask your opinion on a specific kind. Sure. If you want to do it off stream, just let me know. I can join the Discord later or something. We can talk about it. Unless you want my opinion here, I mean, I could give it. Just won't use any like examples of people or anything, you know, just you can ask me like if I have any background on it. Who do I know that actually goes around talking about psychology or philosophical topics? Well, that is also a good point. Not a lot of people do. And it's honestly, it's like, it's rare for me to meet other people who also want to talk about that kind of stuff, which I greatly appreciate whenever I do talk about that kind of stuff. It's like what my brain wants. Oh my god, is that Shuckle? Come to Papa. We love Shuckle. Wait, is Shuckle sturdy? I don't think a bullet punch should kill it. It's so fun to talk about that kind of stuff. You just take classes on ethics for conversations like that. Yeah, that's why I love going to, like, Bible studies and stuff, whenever it comes to, like, theology for Christianity. But at the same time, like, I'm very selective of who and, like, what kind of group I do that with, because, you know, it can get very messy. Especially if people have a black and white view of, like, looking at things. And also, like, you know, we're not perfect at describing things. Like, obviously, I'm not a psychologist, so, like, you know, my opinions and what I've learned about different topics, you know, I still have a lot to learning to do, and a lot of, you know, that kind of thing, but also same thing with, like, theology and stuff, too. So it's like, you learn by talking to other people and discussing your viewpoint and then having other people, like, openly go back, but I don't know, I find, like, there's a lot of people that they want to have these kinds of conversations, but they want to have it as, like, an echo chamber of their own beliefs rather than actually, like, learning from one another. At least that's what I've always dealt with in person. What evolved? Did something evolve, or am I just tripping? Oh no, nothing evolved. I caught a Shuckle. Best in speed on a Shuckle. That's pretty funny. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Yeah, that's another thing too. Like, even if you don't agree, you enjoy hearing other people's opinions. Like, a lot of things, I think people are too quick to just react to instead of actually, like, sit on it a little bit and maybe reflect on their own beliefs and, you know, like, compare things. Like, they just kind of jump on it. It's like, honestly, like, you can learn a lot whenever you reflect. 96, 92, 198. Goal for Fire Red is a shiny electrode that only have explosion. Go to the power plant and soft reset in front of an electrode, and then whenever you try to capture it, it's gonna use explosion whenever your Ultra Ball misses, and you're gonna watch that shiny commit suicide on your screen. And then you're gonna cry because you can't save Scum because the game is not on the emulator. Introspection is one of the greatest tools known to man, but not many know how to do it. Oh, 100%. It's a shame, too. I wish more people did know how. No! Oh, wait. It actually... That was actually a good thing it missed. You know what, we'll just use Ultra Ball. Is Goldeen evolved this level? Please say yes. I'm so tired of having this thing in my party. Ha, thank you. You think society would be way better and more empathetic as a whole? Yeah. I think that is one thing that a lot of people do lack is empathy. It seems like it's rare, more and more rare as time goes on. And actually, we were having like this discussion while I was eating lunch. Like my parents were talking to me about like the internet because apparently like some psychologist wants to sue Meta for like the mental health implications that Facebook has had on like the younger generation, and wants it to be like age verified, or like you have to be a certain age to use these kind of social media platforms, which personally I think is a good thing, but also like it's kind of I kind of started reflecting on that and thinking just how much damage social media has done, and I think that, I hear a lot of people always say, like, about freedom of speech online. Like, the majority of people that are, like, always saying they don't want any sort of, like, regulation on the internet are the same ones that are always saying that, things about freedom of speech. But then the things they say to other people online are things they would never say in person. So it's like, they just want the anonymity to be toxic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I understand, like, the other argument where it's like, having the government, like, regulate what's said online, like, maybe you want to ask a question anonymously and, not have any sort of trace to it or whatever. Like, I get that, but there's also therapists that you should be asking, not some random stranger that knows nothing about you and the mind, and, but I digress. But I don't know. I was just thinking on that because of, like, hearing things about, like, teen suicide and other issues. Not to mention, there's a whole side of the internet that's very dark, and for young people to have access to that is kind of crazy. Yeah, I just think, like, if we think of the source of a lot of where bullying for people in, like, middle school and high school takes place, especially as, like, on social media, and those people would never have to actually experience that because there's consequence in the real world if they did that. Like, in school, they could get in trouble, they could get expelled, they could get whatever. It's like online there's no consequence, so it's like that's one thing that harms children, but also just like discovering things on the internet that's really dark that children should never see. It's like there needs, I think, yeah, it's a very messy topic because you have the side who just wants their absolute freedom on the internet, which I think, I want that freedom on the internet too, but it's like, at what level does it become too much to the point where it's actually harming other people? And we have to do something to prevent the mental health epidemic that is going on, that I truly believe that social media and the internet is causing. You only recently found out about some stuff wouldn't have even thought possible, but there are people out there like it. Yeah. Like, there's things you wouldn't even believe that people do, and you come across it. Parental control and regulation. Well, that's, yeah, that is also a very massive issue too, is parents not actually being parents and letting the iPads parent the kids, but But also, like, once you give your kids phones and stuff, like, you can't really... It's going to be very hard to regulate that, too, though. Like, especially whenever your kids are getting older, you don't want to be, like, a helicopter parent. Like, you want to have that, you know, trust with your kid, so that way they're not going to grow up with a warped view on things. Or have any resentment towards you as well. It's a very complex topic. Yeah, I mean, I was just around, like, you know, just seeing kids in person, you know, whether I'm out in public or whatnot, and, you know, I see how they interact with their parents and whatnot. It's like, they don't understand why, you know, a parent will tell them not to do something, or why it's respectful to do X, Y, and Z. You know, they don't have the brain development yet and the life experience to understand where their parents are coming from, so, you know, that's where the issues are going to come in. But it's like, we're never actually going to be able to get our kids to really understand in that moment where we're coming from, because they're going to have to, their brain's going to have to mature, you know, as their brain develops and stuff. Yeah, there's like no right or wrong answer, really. Well, there is a wrong answer, but there's also not really a right answer. What's this up here? Tropius. I just remember when I was on vacation this past year. We were out to eat, and this like family was eating dinner, and there was this two kids, and they were like screaming and crying, kicking, you know, whatever. And as soon as the iPad came out, it was like shoving a binky in her mouth. Like, they just instantly stopped, and they were just watching Coco Melon or whatever they do. It's like, you're not even letting kids like process emotions and understand, you know, when they're overreacting and stuff. You're just, here's a pacifier. Okay. Right. Yeah, maturing is realizing, like, when you are like, wow, my parents are actually right about a lot of things. Like, not everything, you know, your parents are going to have some different views and opinions on things. But there are a lot of things that you'll come to realize and be like, whoa, okay, now I understand why they said that whenever I was, you know, a kid. But unfortunately, we have to experience things, and, you know, our brains don't fully develop until we're about 25. I mean, I'm 28, and I feel like mine... I don't even know if mine's finished developing yet, you know? I mean, I'm also neurodivergent, so that can play a role on delayed brain development, but... I still need to take the Sea King and Luminion on my party. I'm not even paying attention to what I'm supposed to be doing here. Okay, that Absol is gonna absolutely sneak attack me once I get out of here. What number were they again? Luminion is 135. Wait. 126, 132, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. And Sea King. What box, or what number is Sea King? I don't think it's a bad thing at all if I ever want to stop learning, growing, and maturing with my wee little brain. Or you never want to stop. Yeah, no. Yeah. To me, it's like the whole... Honestly, I don't even really know how to describe. That's something I'd have to like really research into, is like to understand like what it means for a brain to like fully develop and mature. Maybe it's just like our decision making and other things like getting set in stone in our ways, but if you consider yourself a lifelong learner, do you ever really, you know, stop learning? 79. Anything else I could do in the meantime? It's not a friendship Evo. I guess these two. Yep. And there's the sneak attack from the Absol. I think Scorpy and Krogunk both evolve at level 37? Could be wrong. My boyfriend is an NPC? What did he do? Why does Munchlax have Whirlwind? That's kind of interesting. Oh, we're supposed to be getting 3 inches of snow? Ew. Wait. How does Munchlax actually... I thought it was like level 30. Munchlax Evo. It's friendship? Yeah. I'm going to, box that effective immediately, because I am not doing that right now. And I think that was, what, right after Garchomp, maybe? Yeah. Didn't realize that was friendship. Oops. That was level 30 for some reason. Like Jinx. Okay. Trade that with my switch. Could catch a Medicham, could catch Chimecho. Another Ponyta. Another Weasel. What's in here? Need to slaw their trees, that's what I need to do as well. Oh, wait. Said it's good for introspection and general self-growth. Wait, what is? Why does this have... Oh, that's the background, not stars on it. I'm an actual NPC. Anything in our Sinnoh decks that's not a friendship Evo. I could always catch in a Bomb Snow. Guess I could do something national-wise, huh? Still just Hoppip. Oh. No, I don't think I saw the message from what Cell said, but I just saw now that you said about like neurodivergence with taking longer. And yeah, that is true. It can take longer into the 30s. Let's go to Mount Coronet Tops and catch some stuff up there. Doesn't let you copy paste it. Yeah, I'd be requesting a refund for that. YouTube. How are my plants? I don't even know if watering like at this stage does anything because the soil doesn't change, but I know in the older games it used to. He doesn't want to have ethical conversations because he doesn't care what anyone says. I mean, I think it depends on like what kind of viewpoint you're looking for. Like, I don't think it's good to speak with people who are necessarily black and white on things and unable to engage with you intellectually, but if you can have an abstract conversation where people can see both sides of the argument, then I would say that's when it's good for the growth, you know? But black and white thinking is NPC behavior. I just think it's good to learn how other people think and then compare your own opinions. Yeah, no, 100%. Like, being able to compare and see, like, how you think and, you know, reflect on those kind of things. I think it's very important. Hi, Adri. How's it going? You have found thy YouTube. The reason I switched over to YouTube instead of Twitch is because Pokemon is better on YouTube for streaming and content. I'm doing good. Having a nice, relaxing Sunday while it snows outside, and I'm going to be miserable driving to work tomorrow, but you know, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Like you said, NPC. True, true. No, I do think it's good to have conversations to help reflect and learn things about yourselves. I mean, that's why I literally, like, whenever I go to therapy, like, I literally just bring a topic that I want to learn about or explore about myself or, you know, things that I experience. And I want to learn, like, through the psychological lens that maybe I'm blind to. And that's the whole reason I go to therapy. It's not necessarily because I'm having an issue, you know, mentally with something. It's like, no, I want to learn. And then I can better myself as a person. Because then I can understand other people and have more empathy and, you know, just learn new perspectives. Yeah, Adrian, you know how it goes. And, over here. Big old snow. Like, that storm we had that was like 1.5 feet of snow, 2 feet of snow or whatever, finally melted. And then it's snowing again. Just for, you know, a present. We hate it here. Oh, I think I have to... There's like a waterfall area. I think it has the stone plate. I don't know what it has, actually. I just want them to release Fire Red and Leaf Green already. Like, can you let me in? I still need to do the DLC on ZA as well. Wait, is this the room I was thinking about? Yes. I think there's just a plate up here. In a room or something. Yep. I'm pretty sure I got all the hidden items in this area, so... How many trainer card stars do I have right now? 3. We need Battle Tower and complete the Pokédex. Have a good stream. Thank you for the convos. Going to play NPC Call of Duty. I feel bad for you. Enjoy your time. Enjoy your time, you. Try to, at least. No, I'm just kidding. I honestly kinda had some fun on BO7, like when I was playing recently, but, I mean, it's just... I don't know. I just... It's not like it used to be. I just like my chill and cozy games now. Maybe get my opinion again later. Sounds good. I'll probably be here for a bit. Did that just say that thing is 7'3"? The heck? How tall is Snover? 3'3". Tough. Don't think we can encounter Weavile anywhere, so we'll have to use our Razor Claw. We do need to find Mess Spirit. I think there's still something else I have to get in this grass, so... Honestly, I should have a good old Cerebi oven. Well, that would be one I need. Where's Chimecho? I think it's on the inside, right? No, that's not good. Yeah, Chimecho's on the inside. This is where Dratini is as well. I did not know Dratini was in Mount Coronet. There we go. So we have to go to... I think it's past this room here. I don't know, YouTube keeps falling behind, like the one I have open, view chat. It's weird. Okay, up this staircase. Now we should be able to start finding Chimechos. I think it's what, a 10% chance? Yes. I need to heal my Caesar. Oh no, 5% chance. Wait, is there somewhere where it is 10%? Wait, what? No, I think this is the one where it's 10%. What about up here? I think that's the last thing I need for the Synodex that's in Mount Coronet. And I think there should be the orb up here, right? Yes. I'm gonna... see right here, should be there, yeah. Right. I'm gonna use an escape rope to get out of here. Okay, back on 208. We should honestly probably fill up these trees with honey, because we do need Heracross, Apom, all those Pokemon. And I think I missed the opportunity to get them whenever they did spawn in the Grand Underground, like the few that do, so oops. Oh, there's stuff planted here? What? When did I do this? I should also probably get my... Mew. And then I need to get Sword and Shield on my Switch here. Oh, Modest Nature with Perfect... Okay. So we'll just have to bottle cap the other stats, and then we have a perfectly good Mew. Okay, well. Oh wait, where's my... It's this way. So these are all the unslaughtered trees. This would be if there's a Pokemon in it. And this would be, yeah, the unslaughtered trees. Okay. I don't really care about this one. I think I'll do these ones here. I like try to do all the trees are bunched up together, not the ones that are like one-off spots. Down here, what am I doing? The bike is so awkward with this map design. Get anything? Tree is over here. How do you know when the hollowed tower is ready? Do you just have to click on it? I'm gonna save just in case, because probably will soft reset in front of this thing for a decent Spiritomb whenever it's ready. Okay. I don't know how many people I've talked to, so... Yeah, I should probably plant some berries here. Might as well. I should probably plant stuff up here too. This is actually a decent spot. Yeah, I did slaughter that, right? Yes. Okay. What? Okay, did not mean to even do that, but apparently there's a revive there. Let's get more lava berries here while we're at it. Okay, I don't think I ever actually went down here and did anything. So perhaps I should. I think I skipped this whenever I was going through the main story. Do need to go through a secret entrance, and there's gonna be trainers here because I never did this, so. I still have to do the Wayward Cave from Mira, I think her name is? Myra? Mira? Honestly, I probably don't have to not, like, weaken it. I do need another one, though. Wait, is Flash TM only? What? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna teach it to just Hoppip, since Hoppip will probably be around longer. That is so weird. I thought it would just be like normal, but okay. Is your hidden item? No. Alright. So we do need to pick up 2 Gibble. Wait, you know what? I do need all these Pokemon still for the National Living Dex. Oops. I think I do need to zoom out as well for that. Okay. Oh, wait, why did I put this? It's because I saw this was one. That would be 151 is for like mana fee if I was actually counting that. Nice. Okay. Anyways. Actually, I think if I click box list... Yeah, I can't just do this. Okay. Any hidden? Need 48 more. Couple of them will be through Pearl. Mantike and Mantine. Feebasket, pain in the butt. I don't think it's underground. It's one of those changing ones every day or something. Same way like Carnivine them. Spiritomb, Pearl, Fish, Pearl, Trade, Evolve, Trees, Trade, Pearl. I actually have so many skull fossils, I need to actually do something about that. Trade, Friendship, Trade, and Underground. Okay, yeah, I think we're really not that, like, far off. Can we find a Gibble? Honestly, I think they're more common underground. Actually, I should probably just mostly do underground for my encounters. Yeah, I say we just go underground. Let's change our counters around a little bit. Okay, let's do grass, because I want to get Turtwig. Dude, that is a massive statue. Holy smokes. I don't know if I have enough. To max it, but yeah, we'll just go with that. It's probably good enough anyways. What was the effect? Is it grass? Like how strong? Oh, sharply raises. We're good. Let's go to Twin Leaf Town. I think that's where I want to be. I'm not sure though. Oh yeah, we need that. Black Sludge. Fingering. Wasn't paying attention. Oh, it's grassy terrain. Alright, I think I'll call it there. Go relax. Got sleepy.